Ladies and gentlemen, this is huge. Share this everywhere and hit subscribe right now. New York has just won his Trump has just won his New York absurd, bogus fraud case where they accuse him of having committed fraud without having found anyone who was a victim of such a crime. In fact, to the contrary, Deutsche Bank gave him $2 billion over the past decade, 2 decades, just in real estate ventures and projects. So he got $2 billion in loans and deals from Deutsche Bank, billions of other dollars from other banks as well, almost certainly. But here, New York Court of Appeals halts the process of breaking up Trump's businesses but rejects stopping the trial. The whole point is for them to break apart his businesses, to remove his ability to pay endless amounts of money for legal costs. So they're trying to go after his pocketbook. It ain't working, because if you go after Trump for elevating your net worth, then every real estate mogul in New York faces the same prospect of an absurd, politically motivated civil trial. So he won that case, essentially. The whole point is to break apart his businesses in New York. New York lost. The Democrats, Tammany Hall in New York, lost that major battle. Now we have Trump. And what did I tell you, ladies and gentlemen? I've been telling you that this will all be overturned by the Supreme Court, or it will just not work out, especially in Florida. Judge pauses litigation in classified documents case. This is really huge. So the litigation was paused primarily because he has the power to declassify as a president. Here you have 2 cases, one in New York that's completely dissolving before the Democrats' eyes. And here, Trump has legal authority to declassify intelligence. He is a former president. Trump is right. ABC News 2017. As president, Trump has the legal power to declassify information. He also has the authority to share information with whomever he wants, including foreign adversaries. End of story. He's the president of the United States of America. Reagan, President Obama, JFK, it doesn't matter. The president has the ability to declassify documents during a peace talk, for example. You're not going to, if you had Jimmy Carter, for example, during peace talks, or Bill Clinton. Oh, don't bring me into this. By the way, Hillary Clinton's running again. Did I not tell you? I've been on a roll lately. I'll pat myself on the back. Pretty much everything that I've been saying is taking place. So hit subscribe to Read by Writing on The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, other publications. Go to hagoodman.com. And if you want to support my work long-term, my Patreon is below. The super thanks is below also. This is really huge, ladies and gentlemen. You can read what's behind me, but also read this. Hillary Clinton, all of this, like the classified data, all of this, these indictments, is to make everything pave the way for people who truly committed crimes. So Bill, Hillary, Joe, Hunter, mainly Madam Secretary. So she's going to run again. She could possibly win. Heaven forbid, but she's the only chance they have. Mashed potato brains is losing right now in an average of polls. Clinton's servers had classified material beyond top secret. Now, nobody knows how Clinton was able to obtain the classified top secret intelligence on servers. I wrote about this in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, Federalist, other publications. Nobody knows how this was possible. I'm not like this tech person, but if you're into technology, if you're a tech person, if you understand computers and classified data, if you are a national security expert and you're defending the Democratic Party or Hillary Clinton, explain. I want you to explain, if you happen to stumble upon this, how computer servers for 4 years were able to obtain classified data. Now, the Honorable James Comey knows, or perhaps doesn't know, but stated that Clinton did so inadvertently. There was no intent. Well, of course there was intent. There was intent to hide. Okay? Trump, there was no intent in terms of a foundation. And he was a former president with his predecessors losing millions upon millions of emails, Bush administration servers, President Obama communicated with Clinton via those servers. That's not within his presidential digital library that, by the way, nobody has seen. And by the way, the National Archives have never asked for the communication, the emails between President Obama and his Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe because on servers outside of the United States government, any communication is not legal. Clinton had servers, like computers, like that were hooked up and able to obtain information from outside the U.S. government and both from inside the U.S. government. Anyway, she's running. So I've been telling you for many years now, but it's going to happen. American politics is theater, pure theater. Okay? It's just pure theater. And you look, ladies and gentlemen, and that's basically what's taking place. You're going to have Trump, Clinton again. The problem is there's such rampant corruption within the Democratic Party. You have to know politics. See, this is the thing. The average morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrat will vote for Fetterman or Biden or Hillary Clinton every 4 years. It's a religion. The cult. So today, for example, Madam Secretary said, Trump supporters should be deprogrammed. No. The person who makes a big stink at dinners, how many people do you know at dinner parties or just get-togethers or Thanksgiving or, holidays have ruined the evening or the get-together because they were the morally superior liberal Democrat and they were fighting for truth and justice at the dinner table while you were eating turkey. And they were just telling you how bad Trump was and giving you a lesson on morality as they fund a never-ending military conflict in Europe and bring the country and the world closer to nuclear annihilation. But let's get back to their morally superior arguments. What political side? By the way, a Clinton supporter, according to, you can look it up, but actually ended the life of somebody because he was being made fun of for voting for Hillary. Okay, that was all over the news. Then you had billions of dollars in property damage all throughout that summer. That one day, which was a terrible day in January, terrible day, I condemn it, terrible day. That one day means that all Trump supporters are terrible. Meanwhile, of course, I agree with why people demonstrated peacefully that summer. I do. But $1 to $2 billion in property damage linked to left-leaning organizations or left-leaning demonstrators, sorry. The chaos and mayhem is clearly coming. And then you have the Kavanaugh, you had the Roe decision, and that was how many churches and how many were gone after and buildings burnt to the ground. So I mean, and then you had Kavanaugh, somebody tried to take his life. So you can go on and on forever. Okay, it's actually going one way, the chaos, the mayhem. Left to everyone else. But you'd have to actually know something about politics. If you just are a casual observer, you would think that Trump is trying to devour the planet. Okay, but the reality is he has the power to declassify anything he wants. As president, Trump has legal authority to declassify information. He also has the authority to share information with whomever he wants, including foreign adversaries, obviously during peace talks or during negotiations. Florida judge pauses the trial. New York Court of Appeals halts the process. End of story, ladies and gentlemen. Each one of these attempts at Trump will be a sad, very miserable, pathetic. They'll come to those types of conclusions for the wonderful, morally superior Democratic Party. Everyone knows they're going after Trump for political purposes because they've actually committed the crimes, the graft, the bribery with Hunter and Joe. And you can say Bill and Hillary, I mean, my God, with their wonderful philanthropic organization. Look up what happened in Haiti. Okay, I wrote an article about that, interviewed a wonderful expert on that issue. And you could just look. I mean, you'd have to know something, again, about politics. I'm not like, it's funny because I went from Bernie Sanders to Trump. Okay, that's the antithesis of somebody who is in a cult to be able to do that. I don't just vote Democrat no matter what, or Republican. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe to this channel, although I'm conservative on most things now. Hit subscribe right now. Share this everywhere. Huge, huge, huge day.